Kaspa's Desserts is a chain of dessert parlors. It is mainly franchise. It started in 2013 with the first franchise store and has quickly grown above many competitors to around 100 stores. What really makes Kaspa a little bit extra special is the fact that we are very innovative in what we do. I would say perseverance is very important and keep on learning every day. Don't stop and feel that you had it, you're successful and you're never going to go back. Hi, I'm Francesco Arcadio. I'm Group Managing Director for Kaspa's Desserts. And Kaspa's is now running for the awards, Islam Channel Awards for Large Business. Kaspa's Desserts is a chain of dessert parlors. It is mainly franchise. It started in 2013 with the first franchise store and has quickly grown above many competitors to around 100 stores. We opened in Islamabad and Morocco recently, and the brand keeps on growing. It's a pleasure to see it going because there is a lot of ice cream to try, and it's my favorite job. And there's a lot of customers to make happy. Kaspa owns 10% of the estate, so around 10 stores belong to the directors in any forms of partnerships, but then we have another between 80 and 90 stores that belong to franchisees who are entrepreneurs by all means, and they invested their money into our model and they look after the customers in order to make their life better and earn a good reward financially. Yeah, the process to become a franchisee is basically to contact us so we can have a first approach, see if we have a set of common values that we can work with together. We explain the basics of our businesses and how you make it work, what you have to do, what support do we give, what encouragement, training we provide, and then we can put the numbers down and see if it works for you as a franchisee. About 46 people today have franchised with Kaspa's. The average franchisee has a couple of stores, so that shows that once you open one, you really want to reinvest more money. We have any kind of franchisees from business groups, they have several franchises, to independents who remortgaged their house and decided to become business owners, and with money from remortgaging the house, they managed to invest in our stores and grow their wealth. Well, from the moment that you join our network, we will guide you throughout setting up the store, choosing the property, which is a very important process, and then we move on to once the property has been acquired and you assign the lease, then we move on to designing the store. We have a particular type of design that we want to pursue in order to give customers a feeling of comfort and pleasure and also some level of luxury, but within the middle of the range market that we want to satisfy. So we support the franchisee in fitting out their stores, helping them finding contractors, negotiating with the landlords, and then once we get to a point where the store is almost done, we look into recruiting with the franchisees for the best staff we can find and give a full training to the staff. Give a full training to the franchisee so he's always in control of his own business, and by the time the store is ready we help for a grand opening and we support with some of our best operations managers to start up the business. Opening for a Kaspa's Desserts is very, very important. You only have one chance of giving a first impression to the local community, and we know how important that is. So we will not leave a franchisee on his own after he's open, until we feel comfortable that everything is in order to continue to give a great experience to customers. The franchise model is ideal for somebody who has little experience in the food industry, but also to people that have a little bit more experience. We guide the whole process on how to acquire, buy product. We have an integrated supply chain, and we provide. We have a distribution arm of the company that helps with the supply chain. The franchisee doesn't need to go out and do extra research on products and how to get it at a cheaper price or new product development and menu. The franchisees will be given all the support and all the training to do their job properly, and somewhere else in our mother company we will do all the research for the best quality product at the best price, so that the model remains profitable. In terms of the product lines that we have, probably I cannot continue for very long without having my mouth watering. I would say that one of the secrets of our Kaspa's desserts is the fact that it's not only about the product, it's about the experience. The moment that you come to our stores, or the moment that you order delivery, you set your mindset for that experience. The product is very important to us, and that's the reason why we have taken always extra steps to guarantee top quality that you can find on the market. For example, these days we're one of the only few dessert parlors that still use high percentage of cocoa fats in our chocolate. Many others have gone for liquid chocolate that has maybe 10-15% cocoa in it. Our cocoa product has over 35%. We also gone the extra step by owning our own ice cream factory. So we make ice cream in south of London using British milk and only using top ingredients. We banned from our ice cream all the numbers that you don't want your kids to have. We only use natural coloring in our gelato, and the variety of products that you can find at Kaspa's are from the freshly cooked waffles. They're always a generous portion. Many other businesses have shrunk the portions. Kaspa hasn't. When you come to Kaspa's, you are pretty bound to get up satisfied with what you order, and because of the flavor, the quality, and also the quantity. Our cookie doughs are second to none. Our crepes are also very good. Our coffee is excellent. We import coffee from an Italian roastery near Venice, and we make the coffee with, as if it was, the best thing that the person has to drink today. What really makes Kaspa a little bit extra special is the fact that we are very innovative in what we do. We always look for the newest trends, and we always look at mixing flavors to give a better experience to our customers. Absolutely. Kaspa's Dessert started in 2013. It was a great time for a dessert parlor to start. Asa Rehman and Kasim Rehman, members of the same family, they looked for a place that would be trendy, cool to be seen in, and offer high quality desserts. And so they came out with the idea. They remained faithful to these values all throughout. Still, as of today, Asa and Kasim are involved in the food development, in the sourcing, the selection of the food, and I can promise you I've never seen people so fussy about choosing a new product or improving the older products. So those are the basics of our business. Throughout, the success was almost immediate from when we opened, and it was so easy at the time to find new franchisees to come in and wanted to open because they saw the great opportunity. The bumps that we found was, as everybody else, COVID. But we were somehow, we had, for some reason, both because of the vision of the founders and because of the action taken, we were quite lucky. We were awarded the best Deliveroo dessert parlor in 2019, and what happened in 2020 was that delivery the effort that we put into the delivery part of the business has become essential for us to survive. So the business switched completely from 100% or 70% in store to 100% on delivery. So the habit of everybody has changed. We had an advantage because having been awarded best delivery dessert parlor by Deliveroo, we had changed our packaging so that delivery would have maintained the quality even after the journey of the courier, and also our products were designed specifically for that. The second bumpy ride that we had was the supply chain. When the COVID ended, everybody was in trouble because they didn't own the supply vertical integration, but we did, so we were able very rarely to run out of basic essential products for our business. And the other bump that we found, and it is still ongoing somehow, it is completely out of our hands and out of our franchisees' hands, was the cost of living crisis and the high energy prices. That has been catastrophic for many, many businesses, and we've been sadly watching some competitors go out of business, or some other businesses in casual dining disappearing because all of a sudden the energy costs went from a certain amount to 6 times as much, and you cannot prepare for that. What Kaspa did, we put together a package to support our franchisees. So we wrote off over £2 million to support our franchisees to make sure that this, to mitigate their pain. And this has paid off because that reinforced our relationship with our partners, and also made sure that we ferried almost the entire estate from post-COVID to days where we almost have the same numbers as before. I'll tell you, it's a hard job. It's a hard job. When you're presenting...
You're not a big man.
Well, I have to run 5 marathons a day to keep like that. No, it's the reality. It's it's very difficult. I mean, we launched the Kunafa crepe last November actually, and we also launched a Kunafa double stack brownie. Extremely successful, but we tested about 20 different Kunafa products to find the right one. It's not easy. If you want to go for quality, things cost more. We're happy to do that, but we want to have the quality and pass it on. And our development chefs are a team of people. There's no one person who does it, because we strongly believe that more heads, more brains together bring the best solution. So both Asa and Kasim get very much involved in new products. Plus we have a team of marketeers and operation guys that come together. Because we are a franchise and our business has to have a certain preparation time and not exceed it, otherwise you create a problem for your delivery of food. We have to simplify the products, and we have to engineer a process that is feasible and can be done within 7 to 8 minutes max. To produce any dessert. So that is a limitation that we have, but also it's an opportunity because it forces us to go the extra mile to engineer a product that can be assembled very, very quickly. Yeah, I mean, the dominance is a bit of a big word. I mean, we want people to recognize Kaspa as probably the top place for quality and value for money and a good experience. There are other players in the market that do a very good job, and I have plenty of respect for them, for most of them, for all of them. But what I can tell you, to answer your question, I would tell you that we received several awards, and we're very proud of the Deliveroo Award. We are very proud of the QSR award we received early this year. We're very proud of the award we received 2 years ago from Islam Channel as a business award. But I must say the one closer to my heart is an award that we received from a company we'd never heard before, which is quite big, and it's called Samantha Brand View. They do questionnaires, and they ring 90, or nearly 100,000 people every time they do a questionnaire around the country with different demographics. And they ask, what is the brand that you love going out and have dinner at? And to our surprise, 2 years ago, we didn't know anything about this questionnaire going out. They presented us with the top 3 position alongside massive big brands of the coffee industry and the restaurant industry and so on. And since then, we won it again in 2023 and again in 2024. When I say we won it, I mean that we were well into the top 10, but we were the top dessert brand present in that league. So, you know, that means a lot to us because it's a genuine message from our customers. They say that they love our brand and they love what we stand for and they love the experience we have. Well, those are all countries that have a very sweet tooth. We all know in hot weather, you know, there is a more tolerance towards the sweet flavors, and also there is a different lifestyle, which is different from the UK. Our main business is in the afternoon and the evenings, but we also have business in the daytime. Well, if you go to those countries, their business is early night and late night, so they find that, you know, the custom of getting into a dessert parlor and have a coffee with a beautiful dessert, it becomes like an experience that takes over your evening, and you meet your friends there. It's much more social than it is in UK. But so if we find that we adapt very well with those countries, obviously our products are all 100% halal, so you know that's perfectly suited. We're taking over more stores and opening more stores ourselves, but you know that 90% of the business, between 80 and 90%, will always be franchise, because that's the model we strongly believe in. Because we believe that when the owners of the business are closer to the customers, that's where you can go the extra miles to satisfy their expectation. So the way to get from here to 500 stores in 10 years is, you know, not easy, but the way we want to do it through differentiation. So we have, at the moment, the majority of our stores are restaurants type stores where people come in and sit down. We believe that there is a gap in the market for our brand to also serve on-the-go products, that people can just eat on the go while they enjoy the shopping or the park. The deliveries is still a niche that grows very much, and we also believe that there is an opportunity to retail our brand in off licenses or supermarket, and so we'll see our brand growing in that way. On average, you know, our to sign up a territory, it costs £15,000. That covers all the expenditures that go towards the training, the help, the support, and so on. Then the bigger expense is to fit out a store once you sign a lease with a property. And the cost of fitting out a store, because of the high quality, and most of our stores have quite sturdy furniture and equipment that tends to last for at least 10 years. On average, with minor repairs. So the cost of fitting out goes between £150,000 to £350,000, depending on the size and the type of shop. We, on a normal business plan, we expect that investment to be paid back within 2 to 3 years, and therefore, you know, you got another 7 years in your franchise agreement to make up as much profit as you can on top of that. So, but it is very variable. We find that franchisees, when they recruit their staff, they can make a big difference as well. and therefore there are some businesses that pay off their debt very quickly, and some others might take a little bit longer. But yeah, absolutely. You know, I didn't find the questions were very pertinent to the business and show a genuine curiosity about Kaspa's that was heartwarming. The judges were very kind and made me feel at ease. But there have been some questions that allow me to ask myself a couple of put myself in front of a couple of problems, and I think that I'll walk out of these offices today with a couple of ideas or something that we can improve just by listening to your judges. I think it was a very interesting contribution, very pertinent questions, and also a couple of ideas. First of all, do your homework before you start, and make sure that you've got a plan. Talk to people. More input you get from other people, the better. Have clear in mind that you need to keep a business going, so profit is very important as much as your customer focus. And I would say perseverance is very important, to have that resilience to go the extra mile when everybody stops, and keep on learning every day. Don't stop and feel that you had it, you're successful, and you're never going to go back. The fact is that we have to keep humble and learn every day by listening to the judges, or our customers, or our suppliers, or our partners, and our team.